Hello everyone, my name is Mohammad Shahrukh, and in this video I am going to tell you why you should learn to speak English by the time. Well, if I share with you my experience of English speaking, I will tell you that if I go to market and if I have to purchase anything from the market, I have to speak in English language. Why I have to speak in English language? This is India and everybody speaks in Hindi language. Okay. So just suppose that you are learning to speak English fluently and you do not have anybody who can talk to you in English language. So I just imagine that I'm in a country where people usually speak in English language. Okay. So that's why I had told you that if I go to market, I had to speak in English language. Okay. So if you go anywhere, just try to speak in English language as much as you can. You don't have to speak in English language as whole. Okay. If you learn a one word in English language, you say it, you speak it. Okay. If you don't know anything else, that's okay because you are a beginner and you are learning to speak English. Okay. So let's take the example for a college. Just suppose that you are a teacher and you have been learning your subjects for a long time, 10 to 15 years, and today you have to go for a job interview. Okay. Now I go to a job interview and the interviewer tells me that if you know how to speak English fluently, I will give you the job and I will give you the proper salary. Okay. So just imagine that if you don't know how to speak English fluently, you will lose the job. Okay. That's a simple thing. You will lose the job. You will lose the job because you don't know how to speak English. Okay. So that's one thing that you will lose for not knowing how to speak English. So this is one of the reasons that you should speak in English language and you should start learning to speak English fluently right now. If you are watching my video, you can tell that how do I speak? Because I have already noticed all these problems that I would face in my future or I am facing right now, and for that I have to learn to speak English fluently, and I am learning to speak English fluently in present time. Okay, so this was the example for a job interview. Now another example is if you are traveling in a train. Okay, if you are traveling in a train and you know where to go, but for if you don't know how to speak English fluently, you won't be able to tell the ticket count at the ticket counter that this is the place I want to go. Now for example, if I want to go to Bhopal, I will give me a ticket to Bhopal from Lalitpur. I live in Lalitpur and I want to go to Bhopal. So I will say that I want to go to Bhopal from Lalitpur and give me the ticket for that. Okay. So this is the English that I have used to tell the person at the counter. Well, if I don't know how to speak English fluently, I won't be able to tell that. I won't be able to tell him that where I want to go. Okay. Just imagine that you are a country where people speak in English language. Okay. So this is another example. Another example is, for example, if you are in the hospital and you are sick and you want to see a doctor and you know the doctor's name, but you don't know how to get there. So in that case, you won't be able to tell anybody that this is the doctor or the person who is treating me medically and I want to go and meet him or her. So you will lose opportunity to see a doctor. I mean, so many things. If you think this is really confusing, just mark my words. If you don't know English, a lot of things you will miss in your life. Okay. So these are the reasons that I have shared with you, and you will lose a lot of opportunities in your life if you don't know how to speak English fluently. Okay. If you are reading a book which is about the science, mathematics, Vedic science, or so many things, or English language, English drama. But if you don't know how to speak English fluently, if you don't understand English, you will never be able to understand that book in your whole life. Okay, this is the book, this is the book, and this is in English language, but I don't know English. So I will lose another opportunity to understand this thing. And just suppose if there's a hook in the book and there's a thing that can change your life, but you are not able to read it, so you will never be able to get that opportunity. Okay, so one last thing that I will tell you, that if you are a beginner and if you are interested in learning to speak English fluently, you have to start to learn to speak English right now. This is the future, and this is your opportunity, and this is the right time right now. So my name is Omar Shahrukh, and thank you so much for watching the video. If you like the video, subscribe the channel, like the video, share the video, or press the bell icon. And I will meet you in a new video with a new topic. Thank you.